Denver Broncos fans, listen up. Joint practice with the Arizona Cardinals just wrapped, and the energy was electric. The headline today: NIX firing back in a big way. This wasn't just a good day, this might have been the sharpest performance of his entire preseason. The precision, the poise, the command of the offense, it was all on display. Reporters from both Denver and Arizona, and even Cardinals players, couldn't stop talking about it. NIX lit up the field with a 70-yard bomb to rookie Devin Veal, a throw that had every set of eyes locked in. And he wasn't done there. Inside the red zone, he connected with Courtland Sutton for another score, showing that his timing and chemistry are already locked in. And while Sean Payton confirmed that neither team's starters will suit up in Saturday's preseason matchup, make no mistake, today's showing sent a message. This quarterback is ready to lead, and the Denver offense is starting to find its rhythm at exactly the right time. NIX didn't just look sharp, he looked in complete control. Even a touchdown strike to tight end Evan Engram that was wiped out by offensive pass interference couldn't slow him down. Every read, every throw, every decision had purpose. When the checkdown was the right choice, he took it without hesitation, keeping drives alive, showing patience, and proving he can win with his mind as well as his arm. When the pocket collapsed, he rolled out and delivered on the move, showing that same arm talent that has fans buzzing. Even Cardinals players took notice. One admitted NIX was making no-look passes in warm-ups, a sign that the confidence is real. And here's the most impressive part. NIX didn't come into this week riding a hot streak. He had a slow start against San Francisco and a tough practice earlier in the week. But instead of letting it spiral, he adjusted, corrected, and came out today ready to dominate. On the final drive of practice, with the Broncos trailing by 3, NIX marched the offense down the field into field goal range, setting up the game-tying kick. Official score or not, it was a clutch moment, the kind of series that builds trust in a locker room. Against Arizona's starting defense, NIX lit it up. And for anyone still doubting his readiness, today was his answer. There was never a reason to panic, and today proved it. The run game started off slow, with Arizona's defense blowing up a couple of plays for losses on the first drive. But once Denver's backs settled in, the ground attack came alive. Depth runners like R.J. Harvey, Tyler Beatty, Blake Watson, and Jaleel McLaughlin found their rhythm, breaking through for solid gains. Even J.K. Dobbins flashed with a few impressive bursts that reminded everyone why he's such a dangerous weapon when healthy. The wide receiver room? Absolutely stacked. Sean Payton praised the group's depth, and they backed it up today. Devin Veal made more big plays, Marvin Mims turned in one of his best practices yet, Troy Franklin continues to make himself impossible to ignore, and Courtland Sutton was his usual reliable, dominant self. The chemistry with NIX is starting to click across the board, and with Week 1 closing in, the question isn't if someone will emerge as his go-to target, but who. While the starters will sit out against the Cardinals, they'll get a few series against the Saints in the next preseason test, a perfect chance to fine-tune before the games start to count. Defensively, things began a bit flat today, but it didn't last. The unit quickly found its groove, and Jaquan McMillian made the highlight of the day with a pick off Kyler Murray, yet another reminder that Denver's secondary is built to make quarterbacks pay for mistakes. Since that rough first drive against San Francisco, Jaquan McMillian has been on an absolute tear. He's picked off the 49ers, gotten the better of NIX in practice, and today he added Kyler Murray to the list. McMillian just has a nose for the football right now, 4 or 5 straight days of impact plays, proving he's becoming one of the defense's most dangerous playmakers. The pass rush held its own as well, but facing Kyler Murray is no easy task. His size may fool you, but his ability to escape the pocket and make plays on the move is elite. There's a reason he went number 1 overall. He can turn broken plays into highlight reel moments in an instant. That kind of challenge tested Denver's defense early, but after some adjustments, they tightened up. Sean Payton, Vance Joseph, and the defensive staff met mid-practice to address the issues, and the unit responded. There was one scary moment when Garrett Bowles left the field and was evaluated by trainers before being taken to the facility in an ambulance. Panic spread quickly, but the relief came just as fast. Bowles walked into the Broncos facility under his own power, and Payton later confirmed it was simply an asthma-related issue. crisis averted, and Denver's starting left tackle is fine. With Garrett Bowles sidelined briefly, Matt Peart stepped in at left tackle, a valuable reminder that Denver has solid rotational depth on the offensive line. Having a capable swing tackle could prove critical over the course of a long season. Injury updates brought both good and bad news. Nick Bonito has been sidelined for 3 straight days, and now we know why: a bone spur in his foot. He underwent a minor procedure with stitches to address it, and Sean Payton expects him back at practice this week. It's not a major setback, but it's something the team will monitor closely. Tight end Nate Adkins wasn't as fortunate. An ankle sprain will keep him out for the early part of the regular season, forcing Denver to tap into its depth. It's the reality of football: injuries happen, and the next man up mentality becomes more than just a phrase. On offense, one name to watch moving forward is Evan Engram. He hauled in what could have been a touchdown today, but it was wiped out by a penalty. Against the Saints, when the starters get a few drives, it'll be worth seeing if Engram gets more involved in the passing attack. One connection that could be huge for Denver's offense this season is between Evan Engram and Bo Nix. Engram started camp red hot, but has cooled off in recent practices. If that chemistry builds again, it could give Nix another reliable target to lean on when the games matter most. Today, though, was about the playmakers who shined: Devin Veal, Courtland Sutton, Marvin Mims, and, of course, Bo Nix leading the charge. Sean Payton also hinted at his running back plans, saying he's open to carrying 4 on the roster. The locks appear to be J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey, but the final 2 spots are a battle. Will it be Blake Watson, Tyler Beatty, Jaleel McLaughlin, or rookie Audric Esteen? The next preseason game will give each of them a chance to prove they belong, and with roster cutdowns looming on August 26th, every snap will count. In the end, today's joint practice proved exactly what Broncos country needed to see: QB1 is fine. Bo Nix bounced back, delivered under pressure, and reminded everyone that this offense is far from a finished product. But the potential is undeniable. The season is getting closer, and if today was any indication, Denver is heading into September with momentum, swagger, and belief.